It ain't much left. Do y'all want some Kool-Aid? You better get some right now while you still can, man. The Dallas Cowboys are assembling the unknown Avengers of a coaching staff. Brian Schottenheimer is cooking, and we just got some huge news that we retained one of the coaches, probably the only coach that pretty much every Cowboys fan universally wanted to retain. Let's get right into this. And remember, be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content. Trying to get 30K? Help the boy out. All right, so you can see here, man, we got a beautiful, clean slate of coaching positions open for the Cowboys. As of right now, they only have 5 coaches currently under contract. Oh, I'm wrong. 6 coaches now under contract with the re-signing of Lunda Wells, the much applauded Cowboys tight end coach who has helped the likes of Dalton Schultz and Jake Ferguson, but namely Jake Ferguson, become a Pro Bowl caliber tight end. Hopefully we see Jake Ferguson return to a positive trend under the leadership of a Brian Schottenheimer. But Lunda Wells, Cowboys agree to terms on the contract extension, brought to us by Patrick Walker. Let's check this out. The start of Brian Schottenheimer era in Dallas is now tied to a huge retention, with the Cowboys having inked Vice President of Player Personnel Will McClay to a 5-year extension, but another important one has just landed, this time by way of Lunda Wells. The heralded tight ends coach has agreed to terms on the contract extension that will keep him in the organization going forward, and that can only be seen as great news for Schottenheimer's plans on offense and continued development of talent like Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker, which I want to add, in a year where Jake Ferguson took a step back somewhat, Luke Schoonmaker actually took a step forward last season. He showed us a lot more as a receiving threat, and his blocking wasn't nearly as egregious as it was the season beforehand. And that, to me, anytime you see players continuously improving and they're getting a little bit better, and then you just see certain interactions between coaches and players, you can definitely tell that these are the right kind of coaches to have around these guys. And man, the Cowboys, they're building an excellent staff of coaches right now. Obviously, we got Brian Schottenheimer as the head coach. He has 24 years of experience. We got Matt Eberflus as defensive coordinator, 16 years of experience. Andre Curtis as defensive passing game coordinator. He has, I think, over a decade of experience. Dave Borgonzi is the linebackers coach. He has a ton of experience and a really good track record. Aaron White-Cotton as the defensive line coach. Excellent track record with some of the defensive linemen he's worked with. And Nick Sorensen, the special teams coordinator, a guy that was inside that San Francisco 49ers building, so maybe he has a little bit of inside info on us as far as how we can attack that team overall, especially since he was the defensive coordinator there. So if anybody knows that defense and them players, it would be a guy that actually called the defense for him, right? So we got a little bit of an extra added advantage there with our special teams coach as well. And then you add in Lunda Wells there, bro. And all I got to say is this, Cowboys fans, are you ready to get just a sip of Kool-Aid, man? I know you're thirsty. I know your throat is dry. You need a sip of Kool-Aid, especially when you think about the fact of, the coach that everybody hated that the Cowboys hired was actually able to keep a coach away from a coach that everyone wanted the Cowboys to hire. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see, Adam Schefter actually let us know that Lunda Wells also visited with the Chicago Bears this week as well, and Patrick Walker also said that several other teams were in contention for Lunda Wells' services. Now, why am I bringing this part up? Because, guys, all of this actually means something. Now, I know we can't play any games until August. Blah, 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 blah. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of having to preference any conversation I have with that kind of BS, brother. We are looking forward over here on this channel. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all cannot continue to make us break our neck and keep looking back. We're not doing it, bro. This is not the Players Club. We're not about to be looking back at nothing up in here. All right? So, the Cowboys actually were able to keep a coach, a highly coveted coach, from joining the staff of the hottest coach on the coaching market. There's not any merit in that at all. That's not telling you anything. When a coach wants to stay here and coach on Brian Schottenheimer's staff, when Will McClay said one of the main reasons he wanted to re-sign with the team is because he felt like everyone's vision was aligned, especially bringing back Brian Schottenheimer. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to see it or not, things are moving a little bit differently here in Dallas right now, including how quickly some of these coaching hires are getting done. Remember, we just watched Brian Schottenheimer's introductory press conference about a day or two ago, and he's already assembling his staff. He's one coordinator short of having all 3 coordinator positions filled, and he just needs to make a couple of key moves as far as coaches go. Just a couple more now, because obviously we're not gonna know every single one of these assistant and position coaches that this guy brings in. We're not going to know all of these guys, but there's a couple of key moves that we're still waiting on. One of the moves has been made. We got rid of Todd McCurley, which was our linebackers coach under Mike McCarthy. We all know how our linebackers looked until DeMarvion Overshown and Lamaris Leofau got here. And even then, I'm sure we probably could have got more out of those guys had we had a more competent coach back there. But we already got rid of that guy, replaced him with someone with some actual skins on his walls, actually worked with some really good linebackers. Now we need to get rid of the offensive line coach, man. Mike Solari has to go. We need Clayton Adams like yesterday. We need Clayton Adams or someone else that's viable to come in here like yesterday. Don't bring us no Ken Dorsey. Jerry, you're not going to be able to sell us Ken Dorsey, man. I don't care how much campaigning and stuff I do up here. I'm not even going to buy Ken Dorsey. Even if I try to make myself buy Ken Dorsey, I'm going to be bankrupt, okay, before I buy some Ken Dorsey. So don't bring Ken Dorsey up in Dallas there, Jerry, because they did apparently look into interviewing him as it pertains for like the offensive coordinator position. Could also be for like a quarterback's coaching type position. Unless he's going to come as a quarterback coach, Ken Dorsey don't need to be in Dallas, man. But Lunda Wells, excellent pickup. Get us Clayton Adams. Get Mike Solari up out of here. And at that point, you're free to build your staff however you want to, because you would have made all the most important moves, in my opinion. But either way, excellent news. I want to relay this to you guys. Let me know how you feel about this down in the comments below. I can already guess about half of you guys are going to be still complaining about stuff that happened 30 years ago. And we still them same old Cowboys. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want no Kool-Aid? Sure.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.